All right, let's say you're me and you need to make a website and you want it to be a beautiful little website. In fact, let me see if I can open my camera in this mode. Where's my camera at? Here's my camera. Let's see if I can just can I show you that? Are you seeing this? That's the website I want to make, right? It's gonna have my like food truck title. It's gonna have like my little menu. It's gonna have a little picture. It's gonna have some reviews. Just like a food truck website. I don't need to be super fancy with it. Let's hope that recorded it. I want to make that website. I've already designed it out on paper. That's like honestly half the assignment. If I were to take a picture of that and send it to my teacher, probably pass the class without any issues. But I want to try making it on the internet and making it look like that. So I'm at this website called hdml-online.com. And over on the left-hand side over here, we've got like this, it's called a WYSIWYG, or what you see is what you get editor. Basically, it's like a little place that we can make a web page. And then on the right-hand side over here, this is going to be the source. And so if we know the code, we could type the code in on the right and we would see what the code makes on the left. But we can also, because the way this website works, we can just type in things on the left and see the code for it on the right. So let's go ahead and start with the big title, right? So I want this to say, what did it call it? Mr. Lowe's Awesome Food Truck, right? That's good. So you can see I've got my words on the left and it looks like I've got the code on the right. But I want that to be like bigger. So let's select this all. Select it all. Select it all. Select it all. There we go. And then I want to do like formats here. Heading 1. Yeah, that's cool. And then I want to make it bold. And then you see, as I'm doing that, the code is actually changing over on the left side, which is perfectly fine for me. I think I also want it centered on the page, right? So that's cool. So that's what I want, and that's the kind of code over on the right that makes this over on the left work. And yeah, I'm happy about that. So let's make a couple of new lines here. It looks like I wanted a menu, and I want like a picture. I'm gonna put the menu. I'm gonna put all the words in first, and then I'm gonna and then I'll do other things. So like menu. What I want for the menu? I want like a list, right? Okay, so then I want a burrito, and then somebody said thank you. Well, you're welcome. Okay, then I've got calorie slurry. That's one of my favorite kind of foods. It's like a smoothie, but it's not very smooth, And then it's my favorite kind of fast food is a live chicken. You don't actually eat live chicken, but this is a pretend food truck, so I can do that just fine. I can return. I'll finish my list off here, and then so there's my things. My little list has got like bullet points. I like that, and then I've got some reviews here. So that'll be fun. Let's have some reviews. Let's put this in a quote mark. Where's my quotes? There's quote. Best food ever. Yep, there's another quote, and then we gotta make it look like a review. So we're gonna give it this little dash. Nope. Let's do this thing with the dash. And then Bob definitely thinks this is the best food ever. And then we also have the fastest fast food. Okay, and this one was on my picture I wrote down in my little notes. This was Jill saying that it was the fastest fast food. You might note Jill knows a lot about being fast. Jack and Jill both ran up the hill. Jack fell down, but Jill, I mean, she went tumbling after as well. But anyway, and then my last review, of course, is my favorite. We've got he threw the burrito at me on the highway. Period. I wrecked the car, but It was a great burrito. That was, and that, of course, is by the infamous Skater Boy. He spells his name with an 8. Skater Boy. He does not spell his name with an I, though. He's a boy, not boy. You know. Anyway, so there's mostly the words. I just kind of want a picture here. Let's put some blank space. Oh no, hold on. Let's go down into here. Yeah, that looks good. And let's see if I can just put in a picture. There's a little picture button right there. It looks like I can use a source for an image. Now I could just, find a picture on the internet of my food truck, but I kind of like the picture that I made. And I actually uploaded that image. I took an image of my picture that I made to my Google Drive, and so I actually know the link to that. Didn't take too long to find, but it did take a little bit of time for me to find this particular link, and I'm not gonna. The purpose of this video isn't to show you how to do that, so I'm just going to type in sort of like the hard-coded link that I have. But you can do a similar thing if you switch out the kind of like ID number with your ID number. This should probably work as long as you set up the sharing on your image in your Google Drive. I needed to put mine in kind of a public folder, and I needed to make the file itself public or shareable so that anybody with the link can see it. I couldn't find a way to make it just like public on the internet. So let's hope I type all of this in properly. The ID equals, and this is where it gets interesting, guys. 1HH. That's a capital Z and a capital YVH. That's a 0. SC. I could probably just edit this all in there, but I went through a lot of time to find this particular link for this particular image, and I want that image here. And I don't know how to do fancy editing stuff when I'm on my iPad. I'm also doing this on my iPad because I feel like, that's the fair thing to do. You all have iPads. You don't have all fancy computers. With a fancy computer, you could just like copy paste this thing. But what you going to do? That's actually a V, not a U. So that's important that there's a distinction between V's and U's, and P's and Q's. Really, basically all of the letters are different from most of the other letters. There's a couple of letters that don't make any sense, like the double L in Argentinian, because it's a different letter than the double L in like South American, or Mexican, I guess. But it's all Spanish. I think that's a capital I, or could be a lowercase l. I'm going to try a lowercase l. And if it doesn't work, we're going to come back and we're going to replace that capital or that lowercase l with a capital I. Let me just double check what's a capital I. See, yeah, like they're indistinguishable. See, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, it's sad. Let's see if that works. Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't actually see an image there. Let me double check. So I think it might be in here. I'm going to just replace that with a capital I and see if that helps. And it did. Okay, there we go. So I got my little image, and I got my little food truck there. Now, of course, clearly this is all just sort of in line, and it's not like perfectly positioned and stuff, but I feel like, it's pretty good. I feel like it's pretty decent, like I can make that picture bigger if I wanted to. Let's see. Make it bigger, make it smaller. Maybe I can't make it bigger or smaller. Oh, no, I can probably do that, though. Let's see if I can. No, I could do this, though. I could hit the image button. Why? Cancel. I could. Okay, so it's hard. It's hard, but that's all right. Like, it's okay. with the keyboard, some basic HTML. You can see over here on the right, again, the sort of code that makes the stuff on the left, and I've made everything bold, which is really funny. I didn't mean to make everything bold, but that's all right. At this point, just kind of take a screenshot and send it to me, and yeah, I hope you had fun making a website, your very first website. That's all I got. We're going to stop this video. Thanks.